What's up, y'all? Matt Dadham's back once again for some more Fortnite football. Season 2, Tennessee Titans up this time. The last team in the AFC South. Only one division to go after this. We know they've been dropping, shaking sanctuary. If you're new, the rules to win in advance to the playoffs is 1 point for a placement inside the top 50, 2 points for each elimination, and 10 points should there be a victory royale. Have not had one as of late, but there have been quite a few on the season. The last division will be the NFC South. And of course, the Panthers won that division last year. The Titans is another one of those teams, kind of like the Colts last time we were in here. I just don't got a whole lot of faith in what their season's going to look like, but definitely I think there's more hope for the future as far as the Tennessee Titans are concerned. A lot more so than some other teams. They don't seem to have gotten the best drop over here. The reason I say that too is because they got Cam Ward. You have at least seen some flashes there. They got, I'd say, a better receiving core. Calvin Ridley's done it in the past. Bringing in, I believe they took Carnell Tate in the first round. Try to shore up that receiving core. Look, Tony Pollard's still back with some breakaway speed. There's no slouch there. Tony Pollard will still break one. Tajay Spears is decent. And they got the pieces on offense, I think, to score some points. They just paid Jeffrey Simmons over there on the defense too. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, they're gonna be in this rebuilding mode." I think there's a lot of guys that are veterans of high caliber. Speaking of Simmons, that just don't really care about your rebuild and want to win football games. And he is. One of the best in the league at his position, right? I don't think there's any denying that. Are they going to be able to put it together? I think there's wins to be had in that division. Like, prove that you're the up-and-coming team. Beat the Colts twice. You know what I mean? Split with Houston and the Jags. Easier said than done. I think the Jags are there. They beat, look. Big sell. Beat the Jags. Beat the Colts. Anything can happen once you get into the dance, right? Can they get into the dance? I don't know, but I could definitely make a case for it more than I can some other teams coming from the bottom of the run. I could see a situation where Cam Ward just has this unbelievable season on his feet, and they're so worried about him that Tony Pollard has 1,200 yards. Now I can see there being a couple 1,000-yard receivers there. And Ridley and Tate. It's not beyond the realm of possibilities to me, anyway. That this team, as others beat up on each other, is still a wild card spot. I definitely don't see a division win. I just don't. I think it's Houston's division to lose. That defense has proven they know what they're doing. I think the coach has proven he knows what he's doing. Their only question really is, can the quarterback be more consistent? I fell right on that dude's head. That was crazy. Say, I'm not a huge fan of the shaken sanctuary drop. I don't know how to use it. Oh, they got some sprites in here too. And that's going to be part of the Fortnite football playoffs too, because not everybody making playoffs in Fortnite football is going to do it in real life. Let's be real, because that's how it was last year. We had Miami and Atlanta in our Fortnite football Super Bowl last year. See, real, that's never going to happen. All right, and never say never in the world of the NFL, but it seems highly unlikely. I really don't like this game. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like this one either, to be perfectly honest, but I'll be able to do a little. And this probably is a team where the defense is going to have to be the one to carry the day. Don't let teams get over 20, and your offense could probably do some things for you. It'll be much harder to predict who's going to come out of the NFC South than it is the AFC South. There always does seem to be a team in one division or another that's able to go from worst to first every year. It's like, look around the league, who really has that potential this year. I don't see that in the NFC East. Maybe the South, the NFC South and the AFC South both have the best chance for the last place schedules to align and what have you, and have a couple of these teams either win the division or get close and sneak into the playoffs. And that's what's great about the parity of the NFL. That seems to happen every year. Like last year, you had the Patriots and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. And as crazy as it was to see a prediction of Miami Falcons by my Fortnite football in season one on here, it was even crazier to me. Like I could not make a case for Seattle or the Patriots last year. I could at least make a case for Miami and Atlanta before the season started, because they had Tua, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle healthy over there. Jordan Brooks was an all-pro linebacker, and they had two pass rushers over there at Miami that looked like they were all-world. And it's like, what happened to that team? Why did they suck? It doesn't make any sense. It's got to be the quarterback play, because you thought Tua could facilitate. But no, they didn't do it. You could have made a case for Atlanta as much as you could over New England or Seattle last year, because they got Bijan stirring up that Dijon, baby. But my point is, there is more parity in the NFL than any other sport, and any team can make the playoffs any given year. We go into the season with expectations and thinking we know what's going to happen, and every year it is the same. And I mean, every year there are teams that make it that you didn't think were going to make it. I think a 3 Elam second is the best anybody's done in this division, so I figured I'd do a little more talking and try maybe scope an easy Elam out here. Maybe give Titans fans, as that is such a thing, some hope. A Music City miracle. trying to occur here, if you will. And we will get these Fortnite football season 2 videos all rolled out for this season before the new season starts on Thursday. The glitch, the way we'll be doing the playoffs will be done in the glitch season, but we don't want to unfair a different drop or a different map, a different meta for the NFC South and the rest of the NFC, because it could give them a disadvantage. Of course, we're finishing up the AFC right now. Top 10, so we're looking at 44 points for the Titans right now, and it is time to kind of move on into the zone here. Maybe pop another elim if possible. I'll move into Sinister Strip here. Which, by the way, is leaving. Sinister Strip will no longer be here. I forget which POI this is going to be. I'm just going to post right here. I like this spot for being sneaky. Never underestimate the sneaky. Trying to pull the win, I think, is the best way to try to get this team into the Fortnite football playoffs, or at least until a blitz off for the division. Because I just don't see you go out and hunt like 2 or 3 elims, the other 2 or 3 are dead. I think you're getting a 5 elimination game with a win top. So I don't think that's worth the risk of just the extra 6 points. Could get 6 more points just off of placement and then go for the 1v1 at the end. It just seems like the only play for the way this match has worked out. Kind of owned the drop for the other 2 or 3 people that dropped at Shaken Sanctuary. Just rotated into the zone. There's plenty going on to maybe third party out here. I don't want to get third partied in the process of doing a third party. So I don't know. That's kind of my thought process for that. And the strategy is always different for each team. Look, I get in here for each team trying to win. Just like if I was doing a mock draft, I'm trying to be the general manager for each team and do what I would do most of the time. Maybe predictive a little bit in my mocks, because I've seen what these guys do and what their tendencies are, and team needs fall into. That's a whole different story when it comes to mock drafts. They were just talking strategy in Fortnite right now. But as that pertains to football, of course, there's always strategies going in. Like, you got a game plan, right? What do you want to do to attack this defense? Or how do you think this defense is going to attack your offense? Took a big hit back there. Got to jack my health up. I got plenty to make this storm play. I think plenty of gold to make this storm play. And the victory royale belongs to the Titans with the 3 elim. I think that's going to win that division for them. That's how you play it. Peace.